AI has put the internet in a very, very interesting place. And I want that to be kind of the topic of this video because, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. And the thought has really been put back into my brain probably like a day or two ago. It's obviously been a part of my thought process for a while, but I think it's been put into my brain especially because the trust of the internet is basically destroyed. I think a lot of people can agree. The internet used to be much, I don't know how to word it. Like, obviously we didn't trust everything on the internet, hopefully, but you could at least trust what you were seeing. If it wasn't like obviously fake, was probably real or like CGI. Now the average person can just like open up whatever Sora AI or whatever and be like, you know what, yeah, generate me a picture of whatever, and then it can just look real, right? And that is a problem, right? Obviously, I think we can all agree that's a problem. And I don't know. I just think it kind of sucks. And the reason it kind of got put back into my brain, and I want to talk about this a little bit briefly before we go fully into the video, is so I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about AI, obviously, because we talk about that a lot. And something they brought up was this massive YouTuber who does animations in the Vocaloid space too. They had like 1 million subscribers. They don't animate Vocaloid songs from what I understand. They just do like these short form animations. That's it. I don't think they've ever animated a song. They used AI in like all of their animations, and it really sucks. It's a whole situation, and I didn't realize because I've seen some of their animations before. They have like 300, and I've seen like 2 of them, and I didn't realize they were AI, and apparently neither did a lot of people, and apparently they were disclosing it in their descriptions. But they made YouTube shorts. Nobody knows how to look at the descriptions on a short, and nobody does it unless they suspect it's AI. So I feel like that's very deceptive, and I think, I don't want to name the name of the YouTuber. You might have seen them, I don't know. They do like random like animation things in Vocaloid, and also some other things too. I'm not sure. Apparently they started out doing like Splatoon stuff or something. But it really sucks, right? Like I think that's the main thing, right? The impact AI has had on trust on the internet, how people interact with content on the internet, like the feeling of security on the internet, like everything about the internet has gotten significantly worse since the addition of AI into the ecosystem. And I think it's actually gotten noticeably worse over the past like 3 years, especially. I think 2022 was an interesting year because that's when like ChatGPT released, like the initial version, and obviously it was already impacting things, but you could tell very easily most of the time, or like all of the time actually. It was very easy to tell when something was AI generated. There wasn't really AI video. I think the main thing is a lot of companies hadn't embraced it. At this point, it's so annoying because like YouTube, obviously. I love making videos on YouTube. What I don't love is if you go onto YouTube Studio. Dude, if you go onto YouTube Studio, which is the dashboard creators have for when they're making videos and then they want to edit them, or like not edit them, but you know what I mean? Like when they want to like see the analytics. There are so many obnoxious AI features, and I think it's interesting because I've never even clicked on them. Well, when they were released, I probably clicked on them to see what it was. But I've not engaged with them to the point where YouTube just removed a lot of them from my YouTube Studio. But if you look at anyone else's, there's like the Inspire tab, there's the Summarize this video's analytics tab, and it's like, you don't need those. I don't understand, like, and I think it's a huge issue in creative spaces where even like the companies that are so-called like try to help creatives, or like people who make content, or creators, they are doing the exact opposite of what would make the exact opposite of creativity. They're offloading your creativity to a machine, and it's like, I don't understand how. Obviously I know why the companies are doing it for money, right? It's not a thing of AI is profitable. It is not profitable. The reason they're doing it is because it's a bubble, and investors, not financial advice, investors are investing into it at super high rates because it's the new thing, and and that's just creating this thing where these companies, as soon as they add AI, their investment numbers go up significantly. And they make a lot more money from investors, even if they're losing a lot more money from things that's well made up. And it's just interesting. It's just so annoying. It's just so annoying. The internet is in such an interesting place, in my opinion, and it's not in a good way. I think it's at a crossroads where either something will change and AI will slowly start to be like less profitable for investors or something, and AI and companies will stop enforcing it as much, or the sunk cost fallacy will hit in, and then they'll just turn their entire platforms into AI slop factories. We're really not sure. I'm not sure. I hope it's the first one, but you know, and I don't know. It's just a really bad situation. I think one thing that's good is YouTube has been, from what I understand, YouTube's gone on a rampage of like banning hundreds of thousands of AI slop channels, which is a good thing. That's a good thing in my opinion. But realistically, how much is 100,000 AI slop channels? Just a genuine question. How much is 100,000 AI slop channels when there's probably tens of millions of ones posting like 10 videos a day? And I get it, it's a good first step, right? But also, from what I understand, the tool has an error rate of like 1%, which is so bad. That's like ban for every 100 people it bans like one incorrect person, and that's just annoying. And I don't know, it's just it's a whole situation which kind of sucks. But AI is, and actually I want to give you guys an example of something, so I'm going to switch the scene. I don't want to pull up the original because I feel like that'll give it AI. I want to pull up, this one is a remade instrumental. So this is Liar Macaron, obviously. It's honestly, okay, so I want this to preface this by saying I don't think Liar Macaron is a bad song. I think you still shouldn't support it because it's AI. I think there's a confusion about why people dislike AI. The reason I dislike AI is not because it doesn't like sound good. The reason I dislike AI is because it plagiarizes, it steals, it's so bad for the environment. And yes, it creates things that sound good. Because listen to this. This is not a bad song. That's the problem. The problem when it becomes a good thing, people stop caring. And, you know, you might listen to this. This is the remade instrumental, so the instrumental is different, but it sounds the same. It's a remade instrumental. So, you know, it's a good song, right? Okay, cool. It's a good song. Let's pull up the, let's pull up the demo version people found unlisted on YouTube, okay? And I want you to realize, because this had the original Liar Macaron vocals, which were Tedo. They were the actual Tedo voice bank. Let's skip around. Oh my god. Dude, this is the worst AI slop I've ever heard. It is so Suno AI. Dude. So I'm gonna take this one further. Let's pull up Liar Macaron vocals extra rabbit instrumental, because people figured out what the AI based Liar Macaron on. Oh my god, you were going to hear the worst example of plagiarism you will ever hear. Dude, it's so bad. Oh my god, okay. Like, it is the exact same progression, it's the exact same drums. Like, what are we doing? Like, AI is so clearly just like straight up stealing. Like, look at this. Like, let me skip to a part. Like, it goes down at the same time too. Like, literally. So it goes like the normal rabbit instrumentals. This is not edited in any ways. This is just what it sounds like. Like, it goes down at the exact same time. Dude, it is so glaringly obvious. This is the best example I have of AI plagiarizing. I can't remember where I was at, but I brought up that. And it's just the normalization, the way it becomes like, it's just so annoying to me. The Liar Macaron situation, though. It's like, yeah, like, you can't even trust what, like, I think it's less of an issue in Vocaloid because Gluttonous P, the creator of Liar Macaron, quote unquote creator, the AI generator of Liar Macaron, probably didn't make, like, they made money off of Liar Macaron, obviously, but their newer songs and their older songs have not done nearly as well. So it's not as much of an issue there. But yeah, it's just bad. And there's situations in fandom where it's becoming so unbelievably impossible to tell sometimes, and it's just the fact it's getting so popular. And when people start, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, this is just something I've wanted to talk about for a long time, and it is just annoying beyond belief to me. So yeah, I did not lock in on Sand Tetris this time. I don't even know what I'm doing. I haven't played in a while. I might stream later today. By the way, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 70K probably by the end of next month. So I'm like 2K away. So please consider subscribing. It's free, helps me out a lot. And bye.